Hello guys. Yes, I was right in the middle of doing my concealer and it was a really bad idea that I waited so long. I was just gonna get ready by myself, but I don't know, I just really felt like I wanted to get ready with you guys and just talk about life. I feel like I have so much going on in my heart and mind, and life has just been so insane. I was supposed to get my Christmas vlog up yesterday, so today is the 23rd of December, so it is the day before Christmas Eve. My Christmas activities take you along for all of that stuff. That vlog was supposed to go up yesterday, but didn't because I've been dying. Some of you guys have been around since I think it was around March of this year. I don't remember the exact timeline, but I fell down my stairs and I injured my back, and it has never fully healed. Like, the doctor told me I just had a bruised muscle and then it would probably take like 3 to 6 months to heal and then I should be fine. Well, it's definitely not just that. And also I've had something going on, like a lot of pain and inflammation and stuff in my arm, which has been like such a slow thing that has kind of just built over the years. And it's one of those things where the pain built over the years so slowly that you didn't even really notice how bad it got. Like, it's literally like built over the past 5 years or so. At first it didn't start as pain, it just started as like my hand would like feel weak or something or get tired easily. Then it would turn into like my hand easily shaking sometimes, and then it turned into actual shooting pains down my arm, and then we did some exercises that actually helped with the shooting pains. But anyways, I've gone to like a million doctors. Not a million, it's not that bad, but I've gone to like 5 different doctors trying to figure out how to fix this freaking pain in my arm, because it feels like it's affecting like my whole, well, sometimes on bad days it affects the whole right side of my body. Like, the whole right side of my body will just feel tense, but most days it's just in like my shoulder, this area of my back, and my arm. And so I had gone to many PCPs, primary care physicians, and they were just like, we can try this test, we can give you this exercise, but after that, you know, there's not really anything we can do, but we can give you this medication to help with the pain. And I was like, I don't want medication. I freaking hate taking medication. I just want to fix it. I want to know what's wrong and I want to work towards a solution. I don't want to just band-aid it with freaking medication. I finally stopped waiting for a primary care physician to tell me where to go, and I just took it into my own hands, and I found this pain institute in Dallas, and I was like, okay, that sounds, it's like Pain Institute in sports medicine. And so I was like, okay, that's what we're gonna do. I was like, I don't even know if this is the right place. I kind of, as I was booking the appointment, I was like, is this for people who have like extreme pain, like very detrimental? Because I was afraid I was gonna like feel out of place. But I went there, and I was like so thankful that I did, because she was having me do all of these movements and things that the doctors didn't do before, because they're not pain specialists. And so they would do a few things, like they would like kind of tap my wrist and be like, does this hurt, and stuff like that, and do other little things, but they didn't, that's all that they did. And then they'd be like, well, I don't see anything wrong. And I remember just thinking, I was like, well, surely there's some other movement that you can have me do that will show you where it hurts. I mean, obviously if you're just doing like crazy movements, then something's gonna hurt eventually, but it was just like a few very simple things that they tested me on, and that I was like, no, I mean, it's a little bit of discomfort, but that's not pain. Whereas whenever I went to go see this pain doctor, she was like pressing on all these different parts of my shoulder, and she was like, does this hurt, does this hurt, let's do this, let's do that. Like, she had me do all these different things that I was like, yes, it feels like we're finally narrowing it down, like what is actually hurting. And so she was like, what do you do for a living? And I was like, well, I'm a YouTube strategist, but I've only been a YouTube strategist for about a year. I need to put something else on my face. Where's my setting powder? I'm gonna use oh, by the way, what I have on my face so far is Fenty Beauty. Oh god. I have the Fenty Beauty foundation with NYX concealer mixed with a little bit of the Too Faced Multi-Sculpting Concealer. Oh, and my color corrector from AOA Studios. So basically, we kind of have figured it out. Oh, I was telling you about, she asked me what I do for a living, and I was like, well, I'm a YouTube strategist, but I've only been doing that for about a year now, and so I mean, I have had it flare up quite a bit because it's a lot of on the computer and clicking and stuff like that, and all of this is connected, from your arms, hands, and everything. Like all of that is connected, and so it affects everything. And so I was like, but before I was a YouTube strategist, I was a makeup artist for a long time. So it would be a lot of doing like this. And as soon as I move my arm up like this, like how I would be doing makeup, because with makeup you do a lot of small tiny movements, like the little eyeshadow brush, foundation brush, concealer brush, like it's all this really tight, and you always have your arm up like this, right? Because I had worked in makeup stores, salons, like freelancing, everything for a long time. And I actually remember whenever I was in cosmetology school, I didn't really think much of it at the time, because I guess I just thought that, like, I knew that there was something wrong, but it wasn't bad enough for me to like feel inclined to do something about it. And especially whenever you're seeing doctors and they're like, well, there's nothing wrong, then you're just kind of like, okay, I guess I'm crazy, you know? So basically, as soon as I went like this, like I lifted my arm, I felt pain in my shoulder immediately. And then I was like, oh, that's why. Like I never like did that exact movement because whenever you're doing makeup and you're on the job, like you're not thinking about what hurts and what doesn't. You're just, I mean, you feel it subconsciously, but you're more focused on the client. And so it wasn't until I kind of did that movement that I realized, I was like, oh, that's why, because I did that for so long. And not to mention all the video editing that I've been doing, which by the way, I did just hire a video editor, and I think it was really perfect timing. I actually hired them because I was just feeling overwhelmed. I wanted to be able to dedicate more time to my full-time job. Not because this is the goal. It's no secret that doing YouTube is like the goal full-time eventually, but I really like what I do as a strategist, and although I like editing videos, I feel like I'm not very good at it. I feel like it takes me twice as long to do basic things. Like it just was taking me. This is really bright. Hold on, guys. I'm gonna turn down the lighting. Yeah, it just felt like it was taking me a really long time. Like what I did in a 4-hour period is probably like half of what a video editor could do in a 4-hour period. I don't know all the ins and outs of what they do, but all I know is that they're way faster and they're way better and they can do way more than what I can do. So I did hire one that I will be handing most of my videos off to just to edit. It was perfect timing that all of that had happened because I ended up bringing on the video editor right whenever my pain was at like an all-time high. I mean, I could not even lift my right arm without wincing. It was so bad. And I had to go to work that day, and I was just like crying and dying and taking anti-inflammatories and just like trying to keep the pain at bay. And oh, it's been crazy. All the medication, everything has just seriously took a toll on my mental and emotional state. It was perfect timing that my video editor ended up taking everything on, because whenever I edit my videos, it very much can and does inflames all of this depending on how much time I have to spend on the video, which is usually a long time because I suck at it. Hey girl, hey girl. I'm just gonna take a little bit of this Bare Minerals. This is like last year's holiday packaging. So yes, it's kind of old, but this is just a little bit of the mineral veil. I'm just gonna do a light amount. I feel like my bronzer's been patchy lately, so I'm just trying to like really make sure that this is set nicely. Long story short, I have a video editor now, and she's amazing. I feel like she gets my personality, and that's my biggest thing whenever it comes to video editing, is that you still want like your personality to show through and sense of humor and everything like that. And so everything is so far so good, like really good. To go back to talking about all the pain stuff, I did see the doctor. They did kind of figure out what has been going on. I do have a crooked spine, but I don't have scoliosis. I think everybody has a crooked spine to an extent. She seemed to act like my crooked spine was a little bit more serious, and she said that that's probably why, at least my understanding of what she said, that's probably why my lower back where I fell has had a hard time healing, because of the way that my spine is crooked. It it has kept a lot of tension in that area. But what I've been noticing is that there's been like, from my lower back, there's been like, it'll like shoot pain into my lower leg. So I don't know, I feel like there's probably some more stuff going on there. But basically I will be in physical therapy for a little while. I'll be going twice a week, which I'm so, I mean, not happy that I have to go, but I'm just happy to have answers, and I'm happy to be like working towards a solution. They want me to go for like 12 weeks, 12 sessions or 12 weeks. I don't remember. I think 12 sessions. So I did have my first physical therapy session last week, and some of the things that he made me do were like, it was pushing me a little bit. It was pushing me. You would laugh if you saw the workouts that I was doing, because they look like absolutely nothing. Like they look like a baby would do that. But whenever you got issues going on here, it's like he literally gave me like a 3-pound weight, and he was like, I want you to move it this way with your arm and then this way with your arm. And yeah, I felt like such a little baby, because I was like, wow, I'm holding 3 pounds right now. But it's crazy how much that stuff will actually hurt and can cause pain. And I can't believe, like, I was going to the gym and I was like doing these workouts where you kind of like pull it in from the sides, and then like every time if I pushed myself at all to do that, it would hurt. It would like inflame the next day, and then I'd be like in excruciating pain for like days. So I, by my own accord, was basically just like, I'm gonna stop doing that because I can't do it without it hurting. And so then I asked him about it whenever we were doing the workouts. I was like, so are there any workouts that I could do? You know, I was like doing these things and stuff, and I was like, I can't do that without it hurting. And he was like, yeah, I just would maybe not do any arm workouts right now. And I was like, I hate that, because like I have goals, you know, but it's okay. It's okay. One step at a time. Really need to wash my brushes. My bronzer's not going on as evenly as it usually would. For blush, I'm gonna be doing the KKW Beauty Luxe Blush. You guys, I'm gonna have a video on the KKW complexion products, and like, I'm basically comparing it to drugstore, so get excited because it's a great video. Because there was a lot of controversy around it, and I was like, here's my take. Beauty gurus use so many products that it's so easy for them to say this product is not that good because they've tried so many. And so I always try to keep that in mind and like take it with a grain of salt, and like, okay, let's actually try this, because they're just like, they have product like shoved down their throats on a daily basis. And so I was like, I want to try it for myself. I want to see, is it really as big of a deal like as everyone is saying it is? And so I do have a whole video on that. I'm going to be trying the highlighter, the contour sticks, the blush, and I think the lipstick too. Okay, since we're doing kind of like a New Year's look, I need to need my Stila. Gotta have a little bit of sparkle. This is the Stila Silver Lake Heaven's Dew, and it is one of my all-time favorite highlighters, hands down. I feel like I have a couple more things to talk about. We're catching up because life. One thing that's at the forefront of my mind that I'm actually super excited about. So my whole family is like really not connected. Like my mom's family, most of her family lives in other states far away. Like it's hard to keep consistent connection with them, and it's even hard to go to family reunions every 2 years and stuff like that. Like especially with everything that I've been doing career-wise over the past couple of years, it just feels like it hasn't worked out for us to go, which I'm really sad, because like my husband and I have been married for five and a half years, you know, and none of my mom's side of the family has met him yet. Well, they've met him, like they met him at the wedding very briefly, but you know, that almost doesn't count. So there's that. But then my dad's side of the family is actually all relatively close, but we've lost connection with them. But yeah, so what do I need to do next? I need to keep going. I think I want to do like a brown smoky liner with like glitter. So I'm just gonna run a neutral brown, the riff through my crease. I might add a little bit of cranberry to this as well. Like the Hell Ride from this palette. Be pretty. So yeah, basically I don't have a lot of connection. I mean, like we're friends on Facebook and stuff like that, but now it just feels like so much time has passed that it just feels like if I were to reach out to them now, it just kind of feels, I could do it, and I've even thought about it, but it would feel kind of clunky and awkward of just like, why are we talking now, you know? And I don't know. I think before I go any further, I'm gonna go ahead and set with the Too Faced Hangover 3-in-1. Now I look like plastic face. So anyways, long story short, right after I had graduated cosmetology school is whenever I started to slowly reconnect with my family, starting with the family that is kind of just close in this area. They had been on my mind a lot because I just kind of felt like, why do we not have a relationship with them? Like, we could probably drive to their house in 5 minutes. Like, they're just right here, and it just always bothered me. I am gonna take a little bit of that Hell Ride shade. My uncle and my husband, Sam, had kind of stayed in contact a little bit because I think it's easier for my husband because there's no history there with them. All he sees is like, oh, I like these people and you know, they're family and I want to stay connected with them. And he's just really good at staying connected with people where I'm not, probably because of anxiety. Not probably, definitely because of anxiety. But my uncle just reached out to us like yesterday, I think it was. And yeah, it was yesterday, and he was like, hey, we're all going out to dinner tomorrow night. Do you want to come? And we were like, heck yeah. So I got super, super excited whenever my husband got that message. Sam's family has done a really great job of like staying connected with each other. His uncle is around. His grandparents were both like such an important part of his life. Not only does everybody live close, which makes things easier, which I know that it won't be that way forever, but they are just very together, I guess. Whereas my family, we are all such, and I really think it's both sides of my family, like my dad's side and my mom's side, that I might have to finish this look later. My friend just texted me and I did not realize what time it was, and I still need to get dressed and everything. So what was I saying? Oh, both sides of my family, my dad's side and my mom's side, like we are both just incredibly independent people. Like we do our own things. We don't need nobody else. Like independent to a fault, I would say. It's the perfect thing to happen right before I have to leave. I'm just gonna throw on some mascara. I know that this looks crazy right now, but I'm just gonna go meet my BFF for coffee really quick and give her Christmas gifts. But I'm just gonna throw some mascara on, throw probably some lip gloss on, fix my hair, kind of, if there's anything I can do, and then run out the door and I'll come back and we will finish this conversation later. There is one more thing that I have at the forefront of my mind that I really, really want to talk to you guys about. So let me just throw on some gloss really quick and run out the door, and you guys won't notice anything because it's just gonna cut, but I'll be right back. I feel that I am slightly off center now, but I don't care. Okay, so I just got my bangs cut. I'm in a massive hurry now because I went and got coffee with my friend Hillary. We exchanged gifts and actually had to go do some Christmas shopping right afterwards to get some last minute gifts. Now I am in a bigger hurry because then while I was curling my hair, I had a long conversation with my mom about holiday plans, and then like I swear me and my mom cannot get on the phone and not have like a super deep conversation. I love her so much. I have no idea where I left off, and we'll probably have to insert a clip wrapping up anything that I was saying beforehand, but I'm going to use the black coffee from Pat McGrath. I feel like with the beauty industry, there's been so much. I personally have been feeling incredibly overwhelmed. And you guys tell me if you feel the same way, because I would really, really, really love to hear your thoughts on this. Basically, I'm just gonna do like a brown liner, really, really smoke it out, and then like throw a glitter basically all over my whole entire eye. I feel like with the beauty industry, there have been it's just becoming so overwhelming. Like just incredibly, I'm gonna use the little smudger that's on the other side of this Clinique thing. I need a dark brown. Ooh, I'm gonna take Punk on just this random Hot Topic brush that I have because I have no other brushes right now. Just smoke it, smoky smoke. I just feel like there's a new influencer launching a product line every month, or a new celebrity launching a product line every month, and then from those brands there's like freaking new product every week, and I don't want to be bitter, but I just feel frustrated and overwhelmed. Like, honestly, how do we, I feel like it takes all the excitement out of the product. Like, I'll get all excited about one product, and before I even get a chance to, like, cause I'm busy, I'm not just like waiting for products to come out every day, you know? And so like, I feel like as soon as a product comes out and I go and I get a chance to buy it, I feel like, oh, but also this launched and also that launched, and now I don't know what to buy. And then sometimes, most of the time, honestly, I just end up not buying anything. It's kind of like one of those things where you're less committed to something when you know that you have options. You know what I'm saying? And so I just end up half the time not even buying anything because I'm just like, none of these are speaking to me. I'm waiting for something that really like speaks to me. And then like nothing speaks to me because it's just makeup, you know? It's but just like imagine what the beauty industry would be if there were fewer launches and we like actually had a chance to get excited about like the reason everyone started freaking out after, what was the palette that Anastasia launched after Modern Renaissance? I think it was Subculture, and they hadn't launched a palette in such a long time that everyone was like dying, losing their minds, partially losing their minds because once they used it, I think they had actually launched some palettes in between. Like I think there was the Mario palette, and there may have been one or two in between. But the next like big one was this is Subculture. Like everyone, there was so much pre-hype about that one. Like I'm not even talking about all the hype that it got because it was so controversial. I'm talking about all the pre-hype that it got. Like so many people were so excited for that launch. We were dying. I remember me and my friend were like waiting for it. And I literally went into the store as soon as it launched and I bought 2 of the palettes and I gave one to her. I have yet to have another moment like that since. I think it's at a point where it's like, it only makes sense for influencers to launch their own brand, because I just had the thought of like, the only time I'm gonna like get super excited for a palette, like I got super excited for the Tati palette because I love Tati. I've been following her for a long time. And the fact that she launched a palette, I was like, frick, I know that palette's gonna be good. You know, I have no doubt in my mind that that palette's gonna be good. Like I have so much faith in her because of how she's ran her channel over the years. I'm kind of living for the smoky liner. What do you guys think? It's not perfect, but okay, so then I'm just gonna take my Stila glitter, and with my finger, I'm basically literally just gonna run that over my entire eye, over the liner, everything. I just want my whole eye to sparkle. I'm gonna take it on my pinky, just do a little extra in the inner corners. Ooh, yes, I like that more than I thought I would. Okay, I'm gonna touch up my mascara and do lashes. You can tell I'm in a hurry. I have like 10 minutes. But yeah, needless to say, I feel overwhelmed. I don't feel excited about like products launching anymore. It's just, I'm just kind of like cool. But I think what I have to understand is that like I am so in the beauty industry, you know, like, and if you're watching my video, you might be the same way where you're just like in it, you know. Most consumers, most of them are not in the beauty industry, you know. They're not like living day to day, knowing every beauty vlogger and they may have a couple that they follow that they feel like they relate to and stuff like that, but it's not like they're not immersed in the beauty industry like we are, and that might be very well right now. Oh Lord, where did I put my lashes? I might have to come back and close out this video later. This is the New Year's glam that I came up with on the fly. And I feel like it's easy because honestly, I go and I see family for New Year's Eve. I know that that's probably an unpopular thing. Most of y'all are probably going out with your friends, but I freaking love spending New Year's Eve with my mom. I do. We always do something like really interesting. Like last year, we all had all these planners and stuff like that. And we were like planning our life. Like it's always so like introspective and thoughtful and stuff, and that's what I love. So I really, really love spending New Year's Eve with my mom. And last time we also like wrote down all the things that we wanted to let go of that maybe didn't go well, and so we burned them. Wrote down things and burned them, and that was really cool. I definitely got glue in my eye. I'm like shaking, my adrenaline's going. I'm like, I gotta go. All right. We are gonna have to do a nude lip. That's just where we are. I got 2 minutes. I just don't have time for a bold lip. Oh, apparently I don't have time for a nude lip either. Perfecto. A little bit of Marc Jacobs gloss, and we're off. Thank you guys so much for watching this, and I'll probably come back and close this out later. What's up, guys? It's a totally different day, totally different time. Dinner with my family was absolutely fabulous and had a really, really great time. Got to spend some quality conversation with my grandmother. I just wanted to close out this video. I know that it was kind of a rush and a flurry. All my thoughts about the beauty industry, yes, I am feeling really, really super overwhelmed by it, and I just think that there's too much. And I do feel like I don't think that the beauty industry is like going to go away or disappear, but I do think it went up really fast, and what goes up fast like has to come down. And so I think that there are probably going to be some changes. I don't know what the changes are going to be, but I do hope that whatever they are, that they allow us as consumers to be able to actually like find products that we love and like can become staples. You know, it used to be that products would like stay in your kit for a long time, and then it was like scary to move out and get something else, you know what I'm saying? And it hasn't been like that for a long time. So as much as I love makeup and I absolutely love trying new things, especially complexion products, I do feel like the beauty industry is at a point where it is hurting itself and something is going to have to change. So let me know your thoughts about that down in the comments. I would love to hear what you guys think, or if you're feeling the same way or anything in between. But other than that, I just want to say I hope that you guys have been having a absolutely wonderful holiday season. I am so excited for this new year, especially after everything that I've been dealing with over the past few months with like my pain and everything. I am so ready for 2020. I want to hear about your goals, and I want to talk about mine. Let me know if you want to see a video of just like how I'm going to be planning my goals and how I plan to stick to achieving those goals and everything in between, because I would love to make a video like that if you guys are interested in that. Like, I don't want to make it if you guys are like, nah, stick to the makeup. So let me know down in the comments, and if you want to see my Christmas morning to Christmas glam video, you can check out that right here. That's another kind of get ready with me style if you like these styles of videos. So even if it's not Christmas morning, because it's not anymore, still a fun video to watch because we just talk about life and have girl chat. So if you like to check that out, I'll see you right over there. Bye.